Hey, I'm Michelle and I'm a yoga therapist. I've been helping people since 2013 heal injuries, illness, and grief, and to overall improve their health and well-being. In today's video, which is a part of my series Healing Health Issues Naturally, I'm going to share with you what most doctors don't talk with you about and what the root cause of our health issues are to begin with. So if you like what I'm sharing in this video, please go ahead, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to improve your overall health and well-being, you can subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. So what we're going to talk about today, what most doctors don't talk about, is this is also my understanding of how disease is created in the first place. You see, when I grew up, I remember if I ever had any health issues or if I felt sick or anything, we would go to the doctor would give us some pills, and we would go about our merry way. And I never thought to question, well, what are these pills really doing to my body? What are the side effects? And perhaps there are some more natural ways that I can support my health and well-being. So I started to formulate, based on my experience over the past almost 10 years with my clients and also my personal experience healing my own health issues. In this series, I've already shared with you some amazing natural healing modalities that helped me heal a number of different things over the years. So basically, my understanding of the root cause of our health issues is that there are two factors that play into what creates ill health. Those two factors are our outer environment and our inner environment. So what does that mean? Our outer environment is basically everything around us. It's the foods we eat, it's the water we drink, it's the air we breathe, it is the products that we use on a daily basis. So a lot of these products have chemicals and toxins in them that are endocrine disruptors and that can cause cancer or thyroid issues or liver problems. So when we're using them on a daily basis over time, those toxins start to accumulate, and guess what? They go somewhere within our bodies, which I found out very recently when I started getting symptoms of fibromyalgia. And I learned that I had a lot of toxins that were in my body from pesticides and Roundup weed killer and even mold and all sorts of other things that were going on. So this was very alarming to me. So I started in the past few years, and this is something that I highly recommend and I think would be very helpful for you, especially if you're looking to heal your health or to live in your most optimal health, is to really take an honest look at the products that you're using. You know, even something as seemingly insignificant as air fresheners. You know, I love a good smell, and I used to have air fresheners all the time at home until I learned that they also have endocrine disrupting chemicals, which can lead to a slew of other health issues. So that was not worth it to me to keep the air fresheners in the house. And I started looking at all the products that I have, everything from my toothpaste to even floss. Guess what? Our floss has PFAs in it, which are chemicals that have been linked to cancer. Ugh, I don't want to put that in my mouth, so I changed my floss. And even laundry detergent, dish detergent, our body lotions, body washes, soaps, you know, everything is fragrance these days. And there are products that have natural fragrances that are better alternatives to the stuff that we are likely using on a daily basis. So that's something you definitely want to look at. Something that helped me a lot, because I've spent a lot of time researching this stuff and trying to find, you know, the better products and less toxic products. A really helpful site for that is ewg.org. I'm going to put that in the link, I'm going to put a link in the description below for you so you can check it out. And it's a great database where you can check, you know, the products that you use. I believe they even have a skin deep guide where you can check your cosmetics and you can look at, oh my goodness, you'll be surprised at what is in a lot of our cosmetics too. So over time, I started changing out whenever I was running out of a product, then I would just replace it with a less toxic product instead of changing everything all at once, which I know can be very challenging for most of us. So, you know, just maybe a great place to start would be to go into the products that you use most often, and then slowly start to change out those. Also looking at the foods we eat. You know, back in the day, I used to want to save money. You know, I'm not going to do this whole organic thing And I realized that it was just harming me more, and it was worth the extra money to go organic and to try to find the least processed foods possible. I am not perfect at this, guys, and I do eat out a couple times a week, and so it's not perfect, but at least I have a better hold and a better way to manage the foods that I put into my body. So those are things we can look at. Also, the water we drink. Yes, it is. Wow, if you really want to know how crazy this is, a great movie to watch is Dark Waters with Anne Hathaway and Mark Ruffalo. It will give you some eye-opening truth about just how pervasive toxins are in our outer environment. So it's just a great movie to watch based on a true story. So that being said, you can look into a water filtration system that can maybe get out some of the chemicals. And I know not every system is perfect. Do the best you can. And also even the air we breathe. Now I know this is really challenging. It's like, well, we can't stop breathing, right? So something that helped me is knowing that the doctors found mold both in my brain and in my heart. So I live in an older building in a very humid climate. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna invest in a really good air filter that specifically is designed to help with mold issues. So that's another thing you can look at, perhaps getting an air filter for your home. And so that is all the things for our outer environment that we really want to pay attention to, because they can wreak havoc on our body. So don't freak out and think, okay, Michelle, I need to live in a bubble right now. Believe me, I had those moments, guys. I really had moments when I was going through really difficult fibromyalgia symptoms, and I just had some very tough days, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to go out. I don't want to breathe anything, touch anyone or whatever. And it's like, it's no way to live. We cannot live in a bubble. So it's not to make us fearful. It's just to make us aware of some of the things that we do have control of that we can start to shift. So those are some tips to help improve your outer environment. The second factor that creates ill health is our inner environment. This is another one that's kind of just being more talked about these days, especially with the pandemic. We realize how important our mental health is. We're such a society that thrives off of being busy and working hard and pushing, and oftentimes we just push our mental health to the side, or we shove our emotions down or under the rug somewhere, and we don't want to deal with it. That is one of the most detrimental things that we can do. We have to pay attention to our emotional health and our mental well-being. And so emotions are not a bad thing. It's not bad to have anger or shame or guilt or to feel these feelings. It's a natural part of our human experience. The problem becomes when we stuff them down inside and we do not address them and we don't express them. So I heard this somewhere that emotions are energy in motion. So they need to move through us. They cannot be stuffed down inside and kept there, because that will create disturbances within our organs and our entire system. And then pair that together with the outer environment and the toxins and chemicals, and boom, that's where you have the ill health. So I can tell you, I can pinpoint the week that I started to get fibromyalgia symptoms was the same week that I was stewing in anger over something, and I did not know how to let it go. And I forgot all about my tools, about how to process and express the emotion. So I just sat there because I was afraid of expressing it, because I was afraid of hurting people's feelings. So I just kept it inside, and that was one of the most damaging things I could have done. So one thing that's helped me in the past, and that I'm going to get back into because I know how beneficial it is to journal. If you are dealing with some difficult emotions, first of all, let me preface, if you're really dealing with some serious traumatic emotions, I highly recommend going to a therapist or a counselor or someone that can really guide you through any sort of trauma. And if you're just if you're dealing with any other difficult emotions that are manageable, journal about them. Journaling is a great place where you can just be your most honest self, because you're doing it for you. You're not sharing it with anybody, so you don't have to worry about what anybody thinks about what you're thinking about, what you're feeling. You just write a letter to yourself and you say, today I'm pissed off that blah, 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 blah. I feel blah, blah, blah in my body. Like if I feel super angry, like I feel my heart closing off, I feel my chest closing, I feel this weight in my body. So write about how it feels for you and just write it out. And if you're concerned about anybody maybe catching that journal later, you can always tear it up and throw it out or burn it if you want. But if you do burn it, please do that in a safe way, okay? So journaling is a great outlet. Another great outlet is art, some sort of creative endeavor. So whether you love to paint, whether you love to draw, whether you love to dance, or any sort of creative endeavor is a great way of expressing emotion. So you can, say for instance, you are feeling sad about something. You might turn on a song that makes you, that is kind of like making you feel that kind of sadness, or that helps you connect with that sadness, and then just dance and move in your living room. It doesn't matter what the heck it looks like because nobody's watching you. This is for you just to move through that emotion and to allow it to move through your body and to move out, because we don't want to stuff it inside. So you can do the journaling, you can do any sort of creative endeavor. Another thing that I love to do is being out in nature. Go for a walk around your block if you can. Sometimes it just helps to get some fresh air and to change the scenery that you're in. So oftentimes when we're stuck in emotion and we're indoors, it just reverberates inside. So I find when I go out and I get some fresh air, it's just like it gives me space to breathe and let it go. So those are two major things that are the root cause of our ill health, and I hope that the tips that I shared with you are also very helpful for you. If anything in this video resonates for you, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know what resonated for you, or if there's something that you've been learning on your own health and healing journey, because you never know who else in the community that it might help. So again, if you like this video, if you like what I'm sharing here, please give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe for more videos like this. In the next video, I am excited to share with you more about my healing journey from the fibromyalgia symptoms and how I'm using quantum energy medicine to heal that. So until then, be well, take great care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.